Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Yeah, legally, entertainment only. It's just something that us YouTube creators have to flash up or say at some stage. Now, what I want to have a quick look at, I was asked, news of the day. Well, news of yesterday, actually. Homeland Secretary Mayorkas, the impeachment failed miserably. Now, my guides read on that several weeks ago and saw that it just was dead in the water. But I mean, you didn't have to be a tarot reader to know that. I had no information, nothing to bring forward impeachment on. Interestingly enough, though, is that the GOP were carrying on about the fact that the border security bill was tied to the Israel funding bill, which was tied to the Ukraine funding bill, which tied, et cetera, et cetera. So a bill was brought forward for funding Israel independently with provisos, like Israel had to take certain steps in regards to the funding. Failed spectacularly. It didn't pass. So again, it's just showing that the GOP, they're not interested. The stopping of the border bill is purely for a talking point to be able to yell and scream about that there's no action being taken at the border. Apparently the caravans, the Christians for whatever it was, that went down there to hold firm at the border turned up and went, well, where is everybody? There were no caravans. There were no immigrants trying to cross. It was, fell flat on the face, that one. But what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is the Italian. One of my beautiful viewers asked me to have a look into, if I'm glancing this way, that's because this is where my notes are. So way back in the day, Italian officials gave information on Trump's priming to Bill Barr and can't remember his first name, Durham, who went over to Italy to try and dig up some dirt. They gave Trump dirt, and it was subsequently ignored. So they weren't interested in finding the truth. They were just trying to find some dirt on Biden, etc. So they asked, well, are we ever going to find out that information that those officials passed over? Apparently the Democrats have asked for it from Durham and Barr, but so far they've been stonewalled. When I was reading this and writing it down, I got a really big hit that it was something to do with the Italian mafia and the fact that in New York, the Italian mafia got tossed out by Rudy Giuliani, and then the Russian mafia came in. And of course, we know Trump got his loans from Russia. And I'm really getting that it was, I know this sounds convoluted, got to go with what my boys show me and tell me, is that the Italian mafia were giving some inside information in regards, there's Sneaks coming back again, in regards to Trump's connection with the Russian mafia. That's why we got to say entertainment only. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was serious information about abuse of power that could have really taken Trump out. Lying, stealing, sabotage, betrayal, deceit, that would have been absolutely taking Trump out. So let's see if we'll ever find out what it was. Hope so. As part of everything. Goodness me. Okay, so show me. Oh, I'm going to call that my mafia card. Show me, will we ever find out? Will we ever find out the information? I'm using my Trip and Wait Tarot for those that like to follow the decks. Will we ever find out the information that the Italian mafia gave to, I'm going to say Italian officials, but that's what I'm getting. The Italian officials gave to Bill Barr, Durham, in regards to crumb. Will we ever find out? Will we ever find out? And what was it? What was it? A little bit of a fun reading. What was it? What was it? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm shuffling. And I've got to shuffle for as long as I am told to shuffle. What was it that the Italian officials, and will we ever find out? Okay, come on down, let's have a look. Well, here we've got, I'm going to call this my Italian mafia card. Literally, taming of the beast. It's what the Italian mafia do, basically run the country. Challenged by or crossed by walking away. So, Barr and Durham walked away from the information that they were given. They stacked it up, they put it in a report, and then they just left it alone, ignored it, buried it. Base of the reading. The swamp, this figure here is not in the swamp. They've extracted themselves from the swamp. They're now resting at the edge of the swamp. They need to make an important legal decision in regards to this information. So I'm suspecting somebody's got it. And it's one of those, holy crumbs, do we release it or not? In the past, we've got the foolishness, the fool, literally stepping off the cliff here with the loyal, Trump stepping off the cliff with the loyal dog at his feet. Gee, I wonder who that loyal dog was, Bill Barr. Yeah, Rose, he's got the rose in one hand, he's la 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 la, not watching where he's going. His pack over his shoulder there. Yep, okay. Packing up the truth and moving it somewhere, and I'm drawn to the figure in the middle, the hooded, cloaked figure, hiding it somewhere, just literally just hiding it somewhere. Taking this truth, putting it in a package, and taking it away to hide it. Okay, will we find out? Reaping what they sow, the harvest financially, externally, finding their back up against the wall. What I'm really getting is they went to get dirt on Biden, and they were given dirt on Trump. And it was pretty damaging, and they were backed into a corner in regards to it, is what I'm getting here. And it had to do with Homeland Security. Gee, who would have been selling? Who would have been selling secrets? Yeah, it's not yet been revealed. There's a fear that it will actually come exploding out. But at the moment, they've managed to keep a lid on it. But the outcome, Star of Hope, which is my functioning democracy and legal system, those involved having to defend Russian connections, defend themselves against Russian connections. It's a volatile message that will be brought forward, and it is going to be our moment. And I'm actually thinking it's not just Trump that is involved here. Okay. Ooh-wee. Ending the world, but also on the world stage, the dark money, the sword of truth being brought forward and held up as secrets are exposed about those who feathered their nest. The truth is coming for them. The DOJ quickly, it's going to cause a lot of flipping and bus throwing, but going to bring down, due to stealing and betrayal, etc., bring down some fairly important legislators who tied themselves to Trump's money laundering, the overseas money back and forth. Big stick moment, harsh truth moment, investigation. Oh boy, I could keep going. We've got here, again, Trump is the businessman, how he sees himself, but we've then got the financial, moral and ethical corruption when he finds himself out in the cold. An offer is going to be made to spill some beans, but I just keep going. There's a money trail. The sword, it's going to be discovered. The swords of truth are coming, something unexpected. There are money trails linked to these poor choices. I mean, I could keep going. We've got heavy burden to be carried that's going to lead to loss as they are fully exposed in regards to their manipulations, and we have significant ending. For those that, partnerships agreements in the past where they received gifts, money from oligarchs, and they're desperately trying to keep it hidden, but it's going to come out. And here's Jack Smith exposing the lies. It just keeps going. Secrets coming to the surface. There's a lot anxious about it in regards to overseas connections that were brought forward, and they're going to be seen and heard. The cards just keep going in the same old, same old. We've got the Eight of Swords there. Nearly gone through the whole deck. I don't know that there's much more I can add there. It's coming for them. And they know it's coming for them, and it's going to make, and there are lawmakers involved, and they're going to be even more desperate and hooly-dooly. And it was, what I'm really getting is it was the Italian mafia supplying dirt on connections to the Russian mafia because they did not like losing their place. This is why we say entertainment only. This is what I'm really getting. Oh boy, because they did not like losing their control of New York. And that was Trump's doing. So they're quite happy to dish. Okay, let's have a quick look. Just a couple of cards. Show me, will this, Jack knows about it already. He's all over it. Well, not necessarily. Well, Jack Smith, to a degree, it's his team. I don't know how big his team is, but man, he needs more people. I know he's brought Alex Whiting on board, and Alex Whiting has his own team, but every stone they unturned, over every stone they lift, there's a half a dozen more. Will this information come out? Just got told yes. Yes. And there's a lot of anxiety about it, is what I'm getting. I'm feeling a real gut clench. Will this information come out? It's really devastating. Yes, it's going to be brought forward. They're desperately trying to keep it secret. It's money secrets. Desperately about money laundering, receiving gifts, bribes, you name it. Ick. Mercenary actions and karma coming and biting them on the bum, which is going to bring about a tower moment. Holy crumbs. I can keep going if I kept storytelling. We've got the investigation, shining the light on this volatile information coming from overseas. That is going to entrap some of them with secrets that they were trying to keep hidden. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. They think they can get away with it until they can't get away with it. Again, I can't give a timing. I'm absolutely hopeless at timing. I'll be first to admit it that, but it's coming. Hopefully, well, I'm thinking I've got another 30 to 40 years, so hopefully within my lifetime. Take care. Bye-bye.